So this is the. I haven't really spoken too much about the pound because it's not that interesting compared to other things out there. But we can see that we got. Let's go over it because I know a lot of you love the pound. We got a channel, which is what we're in right now. Okay, got a couple of things going on here. So first of all, we've got the channel. Here we got a potential some kind of crazy flag thing going on. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on there. But that's a crazy potential flag. I don't know if that's the bottom of it or that's the bottom of it. Probably that. Probably those two there, right? That one and that one, yeah. So just to show you guys how to draw flags. Now, obviously yesterday pound was brutal. It was nasty. And let's go and look at yesterday's trading. Get to the end of the chart. Just got my indicator list. I've got to turn something off here because I've got too many things on here. Okay, so yesterday we had at the London Open, this is the London Open range, so we're going to say, why do we use the open range? That's the London Open range there, okay? So we plot the high and the low of that, yeah. This is actually a really tasty trade, very, very nice trade and very clear trade. And I actually mentioned it in the room, but I didn't trade this trade. It's a little bit busy yesterday. But this is the open range bar, so let's delete that, just not confuse everything. This is the open range bar. A big bar came off, whenever you see a down move before London Open on the pound, you can say it's going to go up at open. Whenever you see an up move on London, in the pound before London, like look at this dip here, it always likes to set traps. So we always plot the open range and then we wait to see what happens around the open range, okay? Open range, we had an upthrust here. This is supply entering the market, an upthrust after supply. This is the supply bar, ultra high volume, upthrust. Someone said, why would we have entered the trade here? I mentioned you could have sold the pound on this. Someone said, why would you sell here? Because of this in the background, because of this, okay? So this is like a retest, so already we're moving down, but it's a retest of the like a trap move almost, and the markets do these quite often. So, and then we basically came down quite nicely from there. We came below the open range high. That for me is a line I use. I only talk about trends. If I'm doing a top or bottom trade, I might say when the price has a decent VSA trigger, I will trade it when it comes back into the open range. So I would have sold the pound here with a stop. I would have sold the pound here with a stop above this bar, okay? And this actually gave a very nice, about a almost 100-point trade, 176. Maybe not quite 100. What's the pound doing now? I don't really know, to be honest. It's all over the place. The daily is messy. We're in a channel. The 30-minute is starting to go up. I think that we'll look for sells off of 3150 area today, which is this kind of blue line here, 3141. And again, as I always say, I like to sell below when we're below the daily pivot, and the 1 hour is kind of trending down. You see this supply bar here, and I would maybe sell underneath that bar. That's where I would sell, okay? So we see the up thrust there. So where I would sell the pound today, which is not too far away, is 3120. That would be my sell zone for the pound because of this supply bar entering here, followed by another one here. So this in Asia could just be a retest of this supply here, okay? So I think on the 1 hour we see this quite clearly. We're still seeing an overall downtrend. So sells on the pound below 3120 would be the plan. If we get above 3140 with an open range breakdown, we're in this supply bar here. Bit tricky, yeah? So, this kind of 3150 area is critical on the pound today. I would say below that sells with targets down into definitely the lows of yesterday. These lows here, 3050. It's a 100 pip trade. Now, if we do get above this channel, then obviously it's all bets are off. But at the moment, the daily chart on the pound is really it's waffling. It's just trade intraday. Keep your stops tight, manage the money, manage the risk. trade on a 15 or a 30, whichever one you prefer. I like a 30. Some people like to trade off a 15. 15, my daily pivot thing doesn't work that well. But yeah, I don't like to trade off a 15-minute chart too much. I like to trade off a 30-minute chart. It gives me time to see the market. It gives me time to evaluate the market. I'm not a 4-pip scalper. I look to trade the big trends for the day, right? So this was a good one. If we break below here, we can easily say we're going to 3050 because the pound is about 100 pips at the moment. So we get below 3120. 3120 to 3050 is a nice little 70 pip trade on a 3-lot position. So what's that? That's $2,100, yeah? That's kind of my goal for today, okay?